my name is Antonika Chanel and I am a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, and today I want to talk to you about liver qi stagnation. Now, maybe this is your first time hearing about Chinese medicine and you're like thinking, what is this? Traditional Chinese medicine is a complete medical system that looks at the body from a whole, as a whole. We use 5 different types of modalities to help bring the body back into balance. But the way that we do this is we have to understand nature and how nature works. We have to understand what qi is and how it moves. So qi is the life force. It's the energy that is contained within us. In Chinese medicine, there are many different types of qis. They're called different names. And today we're going to talk about liver qi, but more specifically, liver qi stagnation. So let's break that down. Liver is your organ. It's within inside of you. It's the organ that in Western medicine we say that it cleans up all of your blood. And qi is the life force. It's your breath. It's the prana. It's the life behind the thoughts that you give, that you birth into creation. It's the life behind your voice and your thoughts and the first step that you take out of bed. It's qi is energy. It's life force. And stagnation is when things are stuck. They can't move. And it's having a hard time like getting around like something. It's like an obstacle. You know, it's like something in the middle of the road. So say for instance, you're driving down LA traffic and all of a sudden you come to a screeching halt. Well, no, not a screeching halt. You just come to a halt and you can't get around it. You don't know what's going on. The traffic is moving very slowly. And then you find that, wow, there is some debris in the middle of the road. And that is stagnation. It's like an automatic stop. It's causing you to not be able to move. So that's actually what happens in our body too. The stagnation occurs because of certain factors, environmental factors in our life, emotional factors in our life, and we're going to go over what those emotional factors are. So that's liver qi stagnation. Liver qi sometimes can stagnate in our body. So let's take a look at the slides that I prepared for you today. So what are some of the things that describe liver qi stagnation? Well, first of all, take a closer look here. It's pain along the ribs. It's fullness in the upper abdomen, irritability, moodiness, depression. It can manifest as anger. Sometimes you might experience really bad, heavy, pain when you're during your month. You might experience muscle pain, a finger or toenail problem, breast distension or tenderness, irregular periods. I mean, the list goes on, but these are pretty much the signs and symptoms that occur, and we classify them as liver qi stagnation. So there is a pattern that evolves over time in your body, and this pattern creates a story, and the story tells me how to address the story, what acupuncture points I need to use, what herbal formulas I need to prescribe, what home care solutions and therapies I want to incorporate into our program. And, if I need to incorporate exercise therapy as well. And over a period of time, because things don't just happen all of a sudden, the symptoms start to go away one by one. And then you begin to come back into health. You begin to come back into an alignment. In addition to Western care, acupuncture, Chinese medicine, all of these modalities can play a significant factor and your all-around well-being. And you'll find that you gain balance and homeostasis, which is harmony, alignment throughout your entire being when you're incorporating East Asian medicine as well as your Western medicine care. But East Asian medicine is also a preventative way to take care of the body. I always encourage my patients to, look at acupuncture and give it a try. Even if you don't like acupuncture, there's always another way to get the same kind of treatment. There are wonderful practitioners around the country who use laser therapy, which is a cold laser, no needles involved, who also use a technique called shoni shin, which is often used on infants and babies and sometimes even older people who have very thin skin. And we even use a technique called teishin. But we're not limited to those types of those modalities, those styles. There's actually over 200 styles of acupuncture in the complete Chinese medicine system. So let's go over the next thing. What do we do in order to get past liver qi stagnation, or what are some of the activities that can help us get past these challenges or help us soothe the liver qi stagnation? Well, you can exercise like running, walking, swimming, dancing. These are activities that are going to help release stress, right? They're activities that are going to help you just breathe better air into your lungs because you're exerting all the stress through these activities. Qigong, Tai Chi, which are excellent forms of medicine that are practiced in China and have been practiced for thousands of years. But most importantly, meditation, deep breath, deep breathing, and focusing on gratefulness. What are you grateful for? Now, most commonly, liver qi stagnation is identified as a stress and anxiety. And this stress and anxiety can accumulate over time. During a time when we can't see our family members, when we're stuck at home, when we're stressed out because, work is not available, that can cause anxiety and stress. And that can later manifest into other things like a weakened immune system. So the sooner that we can identify these types of symptoms, then we can address them naturally and holistically. So let's take a look at some foods that help support the liver qi. Foods like beets. If you're not a beet fan, well, you can always juice them, add a green apple to that, and then you got some beet juice, and that's always delicious. Beets are sweet. They're also red. The liver is the houser, the store of blood. And so whenever we eat beets, beets cleanses the blood. We can also consume taro root. Taro root is a popular ingredient in a recipe that we make in my culture, the Philippines, a Filipino culture called sinigang. I love when my mom puts taro root in sinigang. It's basically like a potato. You can also eat strawberries, chestnuts, cherries, cabbage. All of these foods are great for the blood. When you make your cauliflower and your broccoli, it's recommended to maybe even have it raw or just blanched or steamed just enough to make them soft, but not too soft. Sprouts on a tuna fish sandwich would be great as well, and maybe even some kohlrabi, which I've never heard of before, and some sweet rice and peaches. These are all really great for liver qi stagnation. So liver qi stagnation can be controlled. It can be addressed. But whenever we're presenting this type of pattern, it's oftentimes associated with another pattern. And we can simultaneously help bring the body back into balance using those techniques there, food therapy, exercise therapy, and exercise therapy, food therapy, and acupuncture, or a form of acupuncture, to help bring the body back into balance. I'll tell you a small story. I suffered from liver qi stagnation a lot. A-type personality, and I'm constantly working, always studying, thriving for perfection. And when things just really get under my skin, when I get annoyed, that's probably why I don't have a dog. Because it makes me have a headache. It makes my blood boil. And that is exactly what we call liver qi stag. So we would joke around in school that if somebody was angry, we'd be like, oh, that liver qi stag really got to you, didn't it? Or she's dealing with some liver qi stag. That's a little bit of an inside joke. And that's how we play around with the stagnation and try and break up this feeling, this emotion that's causing this stagnation to manifest. So I hope that's helpful in helping you understand a little bit more about Chinese medicine. And I hope you're enjoying the lessons that I have to provide for you. Traditional Chinese medicine is an incredible way for you to get your life back and your health back. There are over 30,000 traditional Chinese medicine practitioners in the United States currently, and only 5% of them are doctorates of Chinese medicine. However, if you're looking forward to incorporating this into your lifestyle, I highly recommend that you look up a board certified Chinese medicine practitioner in your area. If you're having trouble finding one, you can direct message me, or you can leave a message here in the comment section, and I can definitely help you out. I wish for you the best of health. And if this supports you, wonderful. I invite you to visit my website, AntonikaChanel.com, where I post many blogs and information about how to regain your health and restore your health through food therapy and this complete medical system. Thanks again so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next time on another broadcast about Chinese medicine explained.